Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, Air the Ohio Patriot, and for today's episode, we're going to talk about the piece of fucking shit climate terrorists who tried to destroy the original U.S. Constitution at the National Archives today, and why they should be literally charged with high treason and executed publicly at this point. We're also going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs parade today, which was a Super Bowl parade, obviously. One person dead, at least 10 shot. Of course, the suspects are 3 black males, so that's going to go out the window immediately. Is what's going to happen there. So we'll talk about that more in depth in about 10 minutes or so, give or take. But yeah, I'm fucking pissed, dude. I'm so pissed I got the Ohio hat out. That tells you how pissed off I am, bro. Because I haven't worn this hat on the camera for at least, I don't know, a couple months anyway. But yeah, I am super fucking pissed about this whole thing, dude. And I'm actually more pissed at the fucking piece of shit diversity hires that were there today that were claiming to be the security guards, because it was literally, you can look in the video footage here that we're going to talk about in a couple minutes here, it'll be. And it's literally 2 black females with masks on their faces that are security guards there that didn't do shit to stop these climate terrorists from doing this stuff, dude. From tossing a bunch of red powder all over the fucking case things that holds the original Constitution is what it is there. Which, my thing about this whole thing is, right, like, how much of an anti-American little fucking cunt do you really have to be to try to destroy the literal founding documents of this country, you fucking assholes? Like, if there is any more reason why somebody should be shot on the spot right now, like, this is it right here, dude. Like, if you're going to try to destroy the fucking founding documents of this country, you don't need to be fucking alive anymore is what it is, dude. You know? Like, that alone should be death penalty sentence right there. Should be on-the-spot execution kind of sentence right there is what it is. And the fact that we are allowing this shit to go on continuously is fucking ridiculous, dude, entirely. Not to mention the fact that you have one of these little climate terrorist pieces of shit who, earlier in the day, and by the way, I want to point something out. That little fucker, Ford Fisher. I call him Fed Fisher. Everybody else does too, for that matter, because he's most likely a fucking federal informer or something like that's what it is there, dude. This little piece of shit of news to share, though, was literally filming these climate terrorist fucking actions today at the actual National Archives there is what it was. You know damn well he knew what they were going to fucking do, dude. His ass needs to be charged with accessory after the fact is what it is. I would even go as far as to say the fucking shithead security females there is what it is, dude. They didn't do a damn thing to stop this shit. They also not only need to be fired on the spot, they need to be charged with fucking accessory after the fact for allowing this shit to go down is what it is. Like, seriously, what the hell kind of retard pieces of shit do you have working at the National Archives, dude? For your security teams, that you're just gonna let them fucking do this shit. It's fucking ridiculous, dude, entirely. But really, it goes back more towards shithead Muriel Bowser, the fucking idiotic, retard fucking mayor of DC right now. Because had she actually done her fucking job today, and had the DC police fucking arrest these piece of shit climate terrorists when they were out blocking the fucking roads and traffic and stuff there earlier today is what it was, these fucking shitheads wouldn't have even been able to go to the National Archives to do their little fucking retarded stunt is what it was, dude. To do their little terroristic stunt is what it was there. And that's the problem, because at least one of these little asswipes was actually the same fucking guy that's in another video out there of him blocking traffic with a bunch of other douchebag buddies, and then I'm got arrested for it, dude. It really is time to bring back tar and feathering in this country, for real. But yeah, as it says here, there's a couple different stories about this right now. We got, and then we'll show the actual video footage here in a minute, is what it is then. So we got National Archives closed after 2 people dump red powder on case holding Constitution. So there's not yet any information available on the status of the U.S. Constitution document itself, or whether only the encasement was affected. A spokesman said that was about an hour ago this happened. For this article here, it said. As National Archives closed to public early Wednesday afternoon after 2 fucking little beta male pieces of shit is what it was. They're white leftists is what they are, actually. poured red powder onto the case holding U.S. Constitution. 2 individuals were immediately detained by security. Bullshit, they were. You literally had them fucking standing there, dude, while 2 fucking black female security guards were just like, okay, whatever, boys. Yes, okay, we're right now. About 2:30 this afternoon, said archives said in a press release, in the rotunda and galleries close in after, that any 2 people, their motive for dumping red paint, and the contents of the powder itself all remain unclear, which is absolute bullshit, dude. They're fucking climate terrorists. It's already proven that you fucking hell, dude. All you have to do is look at goddamn X right now, or fucking Facebook, or any fucking social media site right now is what it is, dude. And you can see what these fucking assholes' motive was, dude. They're fucking climate activist pieces of shit. They're the same fucking cocksuckers from overseas that want to fucking block roads and shit like that and put their fucking hands to the pavement is what it is, dude. And glue them down and stuff like that. It's like, nah, dude, at what point do you fucking treat these eco-terrorist pieces of shit for what the fuck they are and what the fuck we used to treat them for, dude? Hell, we used to kill these motherfuckers entirely, dude. As we still should at this point, because they're fucking doing terroristic shit. The fucking penalty for terrorism in this country is supposed to be death. Why the fuck are they still alive right now? Seriously. At minimum, both these motherfuckers should be on a plane to another fucking country right now, dude. Being stripped of U.S. citizenship, being permanently exiled from American soil over this shit. Oh, I'm so fucking angry right now, dude. And there's a photo of these 2 little shitheads. It's the fucking idiot on the right there. With the glasses, the retard who was actually blocking traffic earlier in the day is what it was there. Which, I'm sorry, dude. Like, how the fuck are you going to have these little asswipes just stand there, dude, not have their fucking brains splattered on the goddamn wall behind that fucking area, dude? That's what should have happened right there, dude, for real. Both these motherfuckers should be dead right now for this shit. Yeah, we got National Archives Rotunda evacuated after climate activists, terrorists, dropped pink paint on case, U.S. Constitution encasement vandalized by red powder at National Archives. So-called protesters pour red powder. No, I'm going to call it what it is, AP News. It's fucking climate terrorists pour red powder on U.S. Constitution encasement. Prompting evacuation of National Archives. It's fucking disgusting. Is what it is, dude. Yeah, let's see if they tag Ford Fisher's ass in this one or not. Of course they fucking did. Yeah, and there you can see these little fucking douchebags. I'll tell you what, in our founding Father's Day, there would have already been a gallows erected and their asses would have been hung from it at this point, dude. For this kind of shit. I'm just going to say it like it is. Like, seriously, at what point do we start making the fucking Tree of Liberty not thirsty anymore, dude? You know, people have talked about it many, many times in the past, dude. It's, you know, tyrants and patriots. And that's exactly what these fuckers are. They're part of the tyrant side is what it is, dude. They're part of the terrorist tyrant side is what it is. By the way, just to be clear on that whole thing, that video itself is fair use because every single mainstream media is using it right now, which honestly, like I said, really makes me wonder if Ford Fisher himself was not involved in this shit because of the fact that how the fuck are you just going to randomly be there filming these assholes, dude? Or is it because you were there filming these assholes blocking traffic earlier in the day and just simply followed them to the National Archives to watch them do the shit too, for that matter? But either way, Ford Fisher and his little news to share buddies there is what it is. Should probably be tried as an accessory after the fact is what it is, dude, for real. Because they could have easily stopped the shit themselves and nothing to do it. Did nothing to stop it at all. So. And then meanwhile, you got this fucking stupid bullshit here. Which is, this is before we're going to go to Kansas City Chiefs parade shooting today. You got a bunch of fucking retard Democrats led by dipshit Jameel Bowman, who should be out of Congress at this point. You other got this other retard back here, Hank Johnson, this idiot back here with the white hair. This is the fucking moron from Atlanta, Georgia, who literally said that Guam would tip over if there was too many people on it. But yeah, so with a few others pressing issues, Democrats led by squad member Jameel Bowman have established the, quote, Congressional Hip Hop Task Force to use hip hop to deal with racial inequality. Why are any of these fucking ass clowns still in office right now, dude? How is this not immediate disqualifications on the spot? Automatic disqualifications on the spot right now? Seriously. Why are we allowing these fucking ass clowns to remain in power right now, dude? We are definitely coming towards a precipice in history right now, dude. And I've said it many, many times on this channel and the main channel and everything else like that, where it's going to be fucking blood in the streets at this point, man. It really will be. You know, it's going to be legitimately the fucking scene from Game of Thrones where you got Cersei Lannister blowing up the fucking set place and there's that bell from the bell tower thing that comes flying and killing a bunch of people and stuff like that. It's going to be like that, basically. Or when that pendulum swings back and it snaps from the fucking bolts, nobody's going to be unscathed in the fucking wake of it, dude. And whether that be a civil war in this country, whether that be tribalistic warfare, whether that be a Second American Revolution, a tax revolt, whatever the case be, it doesn't matter, honestly, dude. It's all the same shit in the day. For the most part. Something's going to happen. And I believe it's going to happen pretty soon is what it is, man. I also want to point something out, too. I think I mentioned this in one of the other recent grandstands as well, for that matter, which is April 8th, which is a date I predicted to basically have some kind of event happening here in this country, whether it be, you know, demonic or angelic, whatever the case be. You know, it's kind of mass awakening is what it is because of the solar eclipse going on right now. Supposedly, and this is something I found out in the last week or so is what it is now, there is talk of a solar storm with a bunch of solar flares coming towards Earth right now, and it hitting around that same exact date being April 8th, and potentially knocking out the internet for anywhere from a couple weeks to several months, and then, of course, you know, it taking like a year or more to get back up entirely is what it is then. So, if it is a legit solar storm, if it is a legit, like, EMP burst, essentially, it's not going to be like a year, dude. It's going to be like, probably like a decade or more, if even ever. Just because of the fact we're talking about an actual EMP hitting, like, you know, like a solar flare level EMP is what it is. That's what solar flares are. They're basically the equivalent of an electromagnetic pulse is what it is. And the thing with EMP is it shuts down everything, dude, with a microchip. It shuts down everything that is running electricity, everything else like that, dude. So, you know, like, obviously you can use a microwave itself as a Faraday cage, which is a good idea to have your stuff in that for that reason is what it is then, whether it be a cell phone or whether it be, well, I guess maybe not a cell phone, because if it is an EMP burst, it would knock out the cell towers and stuff too, for that matter. But, you know, other stuff for that matter, like any kind of electronics that you would want to keep saved for at least a short amount of time is what it would be then. Like, for instance, like, you know, a Game Boy or something like that, or something similar to that matter, like a Nintendo DS, whatever the case be there is. That you can still play for like a little bit until it run out of juice, obviously, then. Or, you know, anything else for that matter would be then. And like, even if you want to keep a cell phone for that matter, just for like, you know, pictures that you would have on it or something like that with family members and stuff. Now, granted, you know, good luck, you know, getting that on anything is what it is, because of course, you know, same with laptops for that matter, they would run out of juice eventually is what it is, and you can't recharge them, and those would be after the fact until you get power again. So, but yeah, the whole point is, though, it's a scary situation to think about, man, because we're legitimately, you know, only a couple months away from this shit right now. Now, granted, of course, if Honda gets his prediction right, it would be 2 weeks from today is what it is. Will be the 28th. But, you know, like I said, I think it's going to be more like April 8th will be the actual thing then. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so like 7.5 weeks from now is April 8th, which is a Monday, by the way, because I was interested. Like I said, it also happens to be the same day that we're having a total solar eclipse here in Ohio in certain parts of it for the first time since like 1870 or something like that's what it is. So like 150 something years old it is now. But yeah, it's a fucking nutty situation, dude, entirely. And like I said, then you got these fucking morons in Congress worrying about fucking hip hop task force and stuff like that to do racial inequality stupidity is what it is. Actually, here's like kind of a funny one in this one. Going back to this whole thing. Said, not to be confused with the 2004 buddy cop film Hip Hop Task Force, which was about Chicago detective Khalil Jones always took risks when being wired to bring down the bad guys. Now he's being given another tough assignment, lined up in Baltimore with the FBI to go undercover as a music producer at a hip hop record label to pick up as much information to snag a crime lord that is affiliated with the label. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh, good lord. Democrats really are fucking retarded, dude, is what it is. Like, seriously. Actually, somebody made a good meme out of this whole thing, which is I think this is Latino Steve Buscemi is what it would be, or maybe Black Steve Buscemi with DNC. How do you do, fellow peasants? Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. So fucking stupid, dude. Oh, God. Again, why do we not have automatic disqualifications in every seat of power in this country right now, dude? It really is past time for that, man. Somebody is showing some kind of orangutan eating an orange peel first. That's interesting. I'm going to post that to the network's account, actually, because that is kind of an interesting thing to talk about right there. So, oh, actually, something else I wanted to mention, too, for that matter. Just to go show how fucking retarded Portland, Oregon is right now, dude. You had this guy the other day admitting to stealing a house in Portland where he hacked the fucking key box and then forged some documents, stayed in this person's house illegally for almost a year, and then finally got paid like 10 grand to get the fuck out. So in reality, he ended up getting, I think he said in the video here, it's like $37,000 or something total for what he would have paid in rent for like the 9 or 10 months, whatever it was there. And then the 10 grand on top of that to just leave. And it's just so ridiculous, dude. And again, it goes back to show what I've said for many years, which is you have these fucking retarded pieces of shit Democrats in power right now. They haven't for decades, obviously. And you have them creating these fucking retarded loophole things, whatever the case be there, that basically favor renters, or supposed renters is what it is, when in reality it's not renters at all, it's fucking thieves in many cases, who refuse to pay rent. And instead of actually, protecting landlords' interests is what it is, of them getting paid and them not having their house get fucked up and stuff like that, it allows these piece of shit people to then use the fucking system like this guy was using, where you had the woman who actually owned this home have to pay tens of thousands of dollars out in court fees, etc. there, and you got this fucking asshole being able to go to some bullshit fucking legal aid thing that's all paid for by tax dollars that costs him absolutely nothing to have them fucking fight on his behalf is what it is, dude. Even though he's the fucking criminal in the situation. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, what is this world coming to, man? Seriously. I'm honestly to the point of just saying, fuck it, man. Like, let's just do this shit and be done with it, man. Fucking get it all over with and finish it off and stuff like that. Actually, this is an interesting one. It's just popped up in my feed on the side. Here's what it is for all the news stories of the day and stuff like that. It was showing Lewiston, Maine, and talking about, quote unquote, what qualifies as a mass shooting was the headline of the article here. So, let's see if I can grab this up again, actually, because I need to grab the actual MSNBC side of it here, because it's not popping up the way it needs to. So, the thing is, with Lewiston, Maine, it actually does qualify. With a lot of these other ones, they don't, because, again, the technical qualification of a mass shooting is 4 or more dead, not including the gunman. And then, of course, it was leftists and the fucking bullshit-ass gun violence archive place and stuff like that now made it, like, 3 or more wounded for some reason. And that included the gunman. Or gunwoman, for that matter. So, technically, what happened there at the Kansas City Chiefs fucking, gangland thing today, that's considered a mass shooting according to these fucking idiots. Now is what it is, like if it's not. But yeah, it said, what ran here? Uvalde, 19 kids, 2 teachers murdered in mass shooting. Lewiston, Maine, 17 killed, 13 others wounded. Parkland, 17 people murdered, 17 others injured. So despite mass shootings being ever present to date in America's daily life, there is no singular definition of what constitutes a mass shooting. Actually, there is, dumb fuckers. Specifically, who is it that wrote this stupid shit? Kelly Rissman. Yes, there actually is Kelly Rissman. It's called 4 or More Dead, not including the fucking gunman, you stupid bitch. You fucking liberal, dumb cunt. This chick looks like a bunch of different trainees I've seen in the past, dude. I'm just gonna say it like it is. Like, she has the same facial features as, like, multiple dudes pretending to be women. So, yeah. I just had to say it, man. So, anyway. But yeah, it's just dumb coming. I'm never gonna read the rest of that stupid bullshit because it's just a bunch of fucking lies, dude. It's all a bunch of leftist lies at the end of the day. It always is. This is interesting. This just popped up a couple hours ago here, which was, where are we here now? So, breaking national security threat brought forward by House Intel Committee Chair Mike Turner, who's the fucking idiot here from Ohio, who's a piece of shit. Hardcore Rhino. He's an anti-gun piece of crap too, by the way. I hate this fucking guy so much, dude. He basically tried to use the Dayton massacre in 2019 that happened in his congressional district to further push for gun control shit. And I believe he was also one of the fucking traitors that helped pass that bullshit for Biden a couple years ago, is what it was now, for Uvalde. Even though it's proven that Uvalde's a fucking false flag attack by the government. So, anyway. Yeah, this guy definitely needs to get primaried out next month is what it is, bro. Seriously. He needs to no longer be in Congress ever again. I'm pretty sure there's a couple state reps running against him in that congressional district, and I really hope one of them beats his ass right now for that seat, because he does not need to be in Congress ever again is what it is right now. So, he should have been booted the fuck out at least 4 years ago is what it is. But anyway, yeah, claim that Turner is reporting a breakthrough with Russian space technology being the national security threat. So what convenient timing. The discovery was revealed by Fox News. Quote, this has to do with a threat related to space, has to do with an emerging capability of Russia that would be with grave serious potential. The threat is not immediate. Development conveniently comes as the House considers passing a $61 billion aid package to Ukraine. Oh, wow, imagine my fucking shock. Yet more fucking money pissed away by the U.S. tax dollars into the fucking goddamn bunch of shitholer fucking backup country for these fucking douchebag sellout pedophiles is what it is, dude. Again, this is why I truly, truly believe that when the shit goes south in this country very, very soon, whether it be a month and a half from now, whether it be, 4 to 6 months from now, before the end of 2024 for sure, I believe what we will definitely see is a situation of you're going to see people on both sides of the political aisle that are traitors in this country finally be dealt with accordingly by the American people, as it will be. And I think in many cases, it's not going to be people like me, obviously, that are going to be doing this stuff. It's going to be people like various military vets with a shitload of fucking military experience, what it is there, taking care of the fucking trash in this country, is what it'll be. It'll be the people that got fucked over for years and years by the powers that be getting their fucking VA benefits fucked with, having illegals put in front of them, etc. Every chance that they have had happen, etc. there. And yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of fucking shit, dude, entirely. Happen in a very quick succession, it'll be there. So, and it'll be a very interesting twist and turn in this nation where people will finally deal with what needs to be dealt with accordingly. So, y'all remember Rachel Dolezal, the white woman who faked being a black chick for like 25 years of her life, whatever it was there, was literally part of the NAACP as like a chapter head, and then got outed to be a white woman because nobody was smart enough to actually look into her fucking background is what it was. Yeah, she's back in the headlines again. Apparently, she is now working with children as a teacher in some school now. And also, shocker, showing her puss and asshole on OnlyFans. There's any no point out here. It's remember Rachel Dolezal. She was the white leftist race ideologue from Washington State who was exposed for being a transracial black, being a white woman, fake to be a black woman. So she now works for Arizona Elementary School and an OnlyFans performer on the side. Yeah. Fucking pure trash, dude, is what it is. God, I hate these people sometimes, dude, so much. So fucking much. First of all, why the hell is she working at any kind of fucking school with children, dude? Like, what the hell happened to the whole thing back in the day where it's like, you know, creeps get a fucking thing within 1,000 feet of a school, dude? You know? Like, shouldn't she be on that fucking registry, dude? Seriously, man. Seriously. Okay, I can't talk about this one because it's ironic and also funny, but you know, it could be construed to something else. So we'll simply be sharing that one to the network's X page. So if y'all want to check that out later, go ahead and check that out later. It's the Walmart employee fried chicken story. So I'll leave it at that. Oh, here's a good one. We got, again, this is before we do the Kansas City Chiefs thing here in a minute or two. We got this one, which is residents of Lakewood, Colorado, unloaded on city council last night after Denver suggested sending more illegals to their city and sheltering them on the taxpayers' dime. Illegals have brought crime, prostitution, and drugs to their quiet town. Biden won this county by 18 points, supposedly, in 2020. So the elections have consequences. Hopefully residents remember this in November. Well, I mean, that's the point, though, right? The entire point of, you know, putting those illegals into that place is to eventually give them driver's licenses to vote in elections so they can then steal 2024 too, for that matter. And it'll be, instead of a plus 18 district for Biden, it'll be like a plus like 158 district for Biden or something like that, dude. Hell, you already have illegals out there fucking talking about voting in the election cycle this year, dude. When they're like, oh yeah, we're going to vote for Biden this go around. It's like, dude, you don't have the fucking ability to do it for anybody, asshole, because you're not fucking living in my country, dick smoke. Like, seriously, bro. The fuck out of here. I really have had it, man. I really have fucking had it right now. Oh, by the way, happy Valentine's Day to everybody right now, dude. So, and I say that because apparently, as of today, you now have Huma Abedin, who is Hillary Clinton's best buddy. She was also the ex-wife of Anthony Weiner, a known pedophile, who is now dating the son of George Soros, Alex Soros. And they're spotted together in Paris, France at some point here. Interesting. Very, very interesting, dude. For those who don't know, Alex Soros, little bitch in the glasses right there, is being given a bunch of money by his daddy to fuck us over for centuries to come, is what it basically is at the end of the day, man. And I'm sure he'll have a bunch of kids somehow, or whatever the case be, with multiple women. There's what it'll be. And then those kids can become, you know, the Soros fucking, you know, extended generations it'll be then. So. But anyway. Fuck was I at? Oh, yeah. So going to the Kansas City Chiefs story, though, which you already kind of tapped on a little bit. Here's what it is, though. But, yeah, so apparently what happened was you had the parade going on there for the Super Bowl win today, and you had basically a gangland shooting breakout that technically would be qualified as a mass shooting, according to the mainstream media, I'm sure. In reality, it really wasn't. It was one person was dead, 10 other people shot. And who were they shot by? Oh, shocker. And this is why it's going to go out of the fucking headlines immediately is what it is, dude. It was, in fact, 3 Sunmen. You know, number 1, number 2, number 3. You got number 1 there in the fucking cuffs. Number 2 there in the fucking cuffs, who was a really light-skinned dude. And then number 3 on the ground, who was also a minority. So, yeah. So, yeah, when it's all said and done, it's going to be something that's not going to be covered in the next day or two. It'll be memory hold immediately is what will be there, dude. Which we cannot let that be. Yeah. I like what this says. And once again, the suspect is not white, so we will now end all coverage of this event. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And then there was people actually, I'm going to stop there right now, actually. There's video here of people actually tackling this motherfucker. One of the motherfuckers to the ground is what it is there. So, good on them, is what I'll say on that one, dude. So, yeah, bunch of shit entirely. Yeah. Yeah, look what this person said about an hour ago. It said the only question left is how will Jake Tapper, CNN, Rachel Maddow, and MSNBC spin this to ignore what we see and blame white people in the mega movement? Oh, I'm sure they'll figure it out, man. I'm sure they'll figure out a way. Because they always do, man. They always love to spin that bullshit. Yeah, somebody's pointing out here said Kansas City's Democrat mayor will go easy on them because specifically this piece of shit right here is Kansas City's mayor right now, who assumed office in 2019. I also want to point something else out, too, for that matter, which is you got dipshit Seamus Malik, the first Islamic motherfucker in Akron now as mayor, who is now doing some more DEI bullshit today, who was talking about any city employee or like any person that's related to city employees and stuff like that now works at a nonprofit for like a few hours a week or whatever it is there, will now get like 4 hours paid time off basically, and like some bullshit ass volunteer paid leave or whatever it is there. So yeah, fucking stupid as fuck, dude. Like I said, pretty much have had it with all this fucking shit, dude, across the board. Yeah, somebody's making a joke about the CNN reporter guy from 4 years ago with this whole thing with it was mostly a peaceful Super Bowl parade. Yeah, exactly. Where you literally have the fucking shit burning down behind you in the background. That's what, like, it just blows me away, dude. Like, just the fucking pure gaslighting of the fucking mainstream media on that one, dude. It's like, how the fuck can you even try to say shit like that, dude, when you literally have a building on fire in your fucking backdrop, dude? When these people literally arsoned a giant-ass, half-built fucking Section 8 housing project area there that was supposed to house like 250 homes or something like that is what it was all burning to the ground behind you, and you're going to talk about being a mostly peaceful protest? Like, what the fuck? Nah, dude, it's a hardcore fucking riot, bitch. Just admit the fucking shit and move on. God damn. But that's the problem, dude. That's why the fucking mainstream media just loves to spin this shit, bro. Because every fucking time, like clockwork, they will sit there and fucking lie to your fucking face like crazy, Operation Mockingbird style, and then you wonder why YouTube and stuff like that's yanking people's streams now is what it is, dude. Hell, they yanked Honda stream last night. Now, granted, that was over him, and I wasn't really talking about it, but he and a couple other people on the panel were, is what it was, about different tour-related stuff is what it was there, and, like, supposed prices of things is what it was or whatever there, dude. But, like, I don't know if that was the case or not, but yeah, they gave him, like, a timestamp, but then they also yanked the stream, so it's, like, hard for him to go back and look at that timestamp what it was. So he basically fought the shit, and I don't know if it went anywhere or not, but, you know, it is what it is, so. We may be doing Rumble exclusives at this point, dude, honestly, which truthfully at this point, I would say if he was going to do like a Rumble exclusive this coming weekend, what we should just do instead of doing like a regular gay frog chat, we should just go to fucking X and just look up all the fucking fighting shit on there, dude, and be done with it that way or something on Sunday night. And it's just like whoever's on the panel, like me, him, and whoever else, then we just see like we just watch a bunch of people fighting is what it is there and be like, you know, like take your pick or whatever the case be, or like, you know, breakdown of like the actual, like do like commentary on the fucking fights is what it is there or something. So, but yeah, it would be interesting actually, dude. That's the only thing. If I had the money right now, I actually could do Rumble myself right now, because of course it costs, you know, a bunch of money to do that and like upload to the site is what it is there as a live stream. If I had the ability to do that though, I would definitely do that on a regular basis though, where I would just be doing like Rumble exclusives every week or whatever the case be. It would just be stuff like that basically, where it's just like, you know, all the different like attacks on the white people, etc. there. So, but yeah, it's a bunch of shit either way, dude. And like I said, the fact that you have, you know, what's sad to me about the Chiefs parade thing there is what it is, dude, is you have the same exact shit happening day after fucking day. When it comes to all this shit always going down, man. You know, I remember back in, I'm trying to remember what year it was now. It was back when LeBron still lived in Ohio, is what it was, and he was part of the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time. And they won that fucking bowl game championship thing, whatever it was then. And they had the parade there for that. And what happened? Again, you had a fucking sun man come out of nowhere and start shooting the fucking place up, dude. And I think he killed like a 14 or 15-year-old girl at the time or something like that. And like a couple other people got wounded, etc. there. Like I think one was like trampled is what it was or something. And they got kind of fucked up in the trampling, but they didn't get killed in the trampling, I think is what it was or something along those lines. But they had like serious, like, you know, like busted leg kind of thing is what it is or something like that. And like some other stuff along those lines though. But yeah, it's fucking disgusting is what it is, dude. And then you wonder why people are just fucking over it, dude. Why they fucking have it. Why they fucking have it with these people, dude, entirely. And again, it's all one culture at the end of the day. And it's the same culture that you have these people that will bitch and moan about food deserts in their cities and stuff like that, yet never call out the fucking youth of their same fucking race that are doing the shit, dude. They'll never call out the fucking, you know, preteens, teenagers, 20-somethings, etc. that are walking into these places and robbing them fucking blind. And then they just want to bitch about fucking food deserts and put forward bullshit and be like, I'm Mariana Presley and we should stop Walgreens from leaving this place by force and have fucking government run fucking bullshit is what it is, dude. Or you can just resign from office, you dumb cunt, and have somebody better take over for you is what it is then. That's the only good thing right now is that the possibility of Cori Bush's ass in St. Louis, they're getting fucking primaried out of the office there is what it is, dude, because the guy that's up against her right now. Actually, there's actually 2 people running against her right now. One has barely any points at all in the various polling and stuff like that. The other guy, who's like some random attorney dude or whatever the case be, is polling like double digits against her ass is what it is right now. And hopefully we can get rid of at least one of the cunt squad pieces of shit right now is what it is, dude. Now, granted, is it just going to be another Democrat douchebag instead? Yes, it will be, and that's the problem right now. Because it needs to be them primarying her ass out and then losing in the fucking general election to somebody else on the other side of the fucking aisle that's actually good and pro-2A, etc. There is what it would be then. So, anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. This just popped up my feed a minute ago. Here, I gotta talk about this one just because it's that fucking ridiculous is what it is. So you got Penn State professor, this guy right here, who's been accused of bestiality, meaning fucking animals, obviously, now adds more charges after videos showed him sticking objects up his ass in a public park. Jesus Criminy, guy. This guy looks like one of these fucking people that would get caught doing it too, man. Actually, I could see this dude being some kind of cross-dresser type too, for that matter, where it's like, in the video, it's like him in like a bra and panties or something like that kind of deal is what it is, man. He just seems like that kind of person, honestly, dude. So, Jesus, dude. Ridiculous. Jesus. 5:02 this morning. Grandpa shot dead trying to apologize after minor fender bender in a Walmart parking lot. I'm guessing this happened yesterday or so, probably would be my guess. And as the X account here said, why did they not show a picture of the murderer? Because it didn't fit the narrative. Here's the photo of the murderer, Shantanese Marie Norton, which they withheld, meaning this bitch right here is what it is that killed this guy. Killed this grandfather right here is what it is. Over literally him like knocking into the fucking thing is what it is, dude. If this stat right here actually holds up, that's fucking crazy, dude. So, I wouldn't be surprised by it, but I would want like actual proof of that is what it is, though, and like an actual study or whatever the case be, before I actually talked about that is what it would be then. So, yeah, somebody said if there was an actual source on that statistic, what it is there. Guy responded back, said there was a site that had taken the FBI's own crime statistics and broke it down by race, sex, age, percentage of population. Tried searching for it, only seemed to get homicide rates for victims now. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it makes sense because they would want to fucking, suppress that stuff if that is the case, and it would be, statistically more for, one set of people to be more homicidal than other people is what it is there. So, anyway. Kevin Sorbo was posting something here a few hours ago talking about a Super Bowl ad for Jesus Saves and stuff like that, and it was talking about some person being a former jihadist, and it's like, yeah, pretty sure there's still a jihadist there, buddy. So, just saying, man. Burger King destroys some guy who's complaining about their burgers. That's funny. I'll have to watch that one later. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's Ash Wednesday today. Totally forgot about that one. Which means that Lent starts this weekend. And unfortunately, I don't have any shrimp or fish in the house for Friday, so I guess I'm eating meat then. Not that I've ever really... Well, that's the one thing about Mom. Like, Mom always made me observe Lent is what it was. And, I mean, she's gone now, so fuck all that. But, Okay, I gotta read this one here. This sounds like it should be interesting. So let me go ahead and grab this up right now. This was under the woman posting their L's Twitter account earlier. And this is, let me see here now. Group of women make a list of places men shouldn't take them on first dates. So here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date. 2, and thank you to the ladies who reached out to me to help make the list. Number 1, Cheesecake Factory. Number 2, Applebee's. Number 3, Chili's. Number 4, Chipotle. Number 5, Olive Garden. Number 6, the movies. Number 7, your house. That's funny. Number 8, any fast food chain. Number 9, Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 10, Wingstop. Number 11, Red Lobster. 12, a buffet. 13, IHOP. 14, Denny's. 15, the gym. 16, church. Who the fuck would take somebody to church on a first? That's just weird. Number 17, Starbucks. Number 18, coffee dates. Well, you're out of luck, ladies, on that one, because that's pretty much my go-to is what it is there for first and second dates. Let's see here now. Number 19, ice cream dates. Number 20, family functions. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Like, if you like, this is the problem I have with that 20th one, dude. So if you really, really liked a woman, right, and you knew you're going to have some family event coming up, whether it be like a reunion or whatever the case be, or, you know, some summer family get together, whatever it is, dude, and you wanted to take this chick with you because you figure, hey, this might be, you know, a future missus to me, or this might be the one, whatever the case be. You know, why wouldn't you want her to meet your family right off the bat? Is what it is, dude. So it's kind of silly on that one to say that one. Anyway, let's see. Going back on this though, number 21, movie night, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Number 22, somewhere that requires a long drive. 23, bowling. Again, that's actually one of my go-tos for like the first or second days. What it is there, man. By the way, for those who don't know, bowling is actually pretty cheap still. It's only like, I think the last time I checked, which was about a year or so ago, it was about $3 or $4 around here per game. Or maybe like $5 per game now, I think is what it is, or something along those lines. Might be a little bit higher now though. Maybe like 5 or 6 though. But either way, it's like, yeah, it's actually a pretty decent, cheaper date. And you have some fun is what it is though. Let's see, number 24, nightclubs. Number 25, a hookah bar. Number 26, a bar for just drinks, which means they want a meal is what it does on that one. Number 27, the Waffle House. And number 28, sports events. You know what's not on that list, though, is a Costco date. So, looks like somebody's going to the Costco little eatery area there, man, for their meal then. You know, this is very snobbish, though, by the way, of whoever made this shit up, dude, because it's like, seriously, like, so you're taking out, like, a bunch of chain places in the first 5 or so, give or take. You're taking out the movies entirely in the number 6 one there. I could see the house thing, because that's just weird. Like, really, you think you're just going to go to some chick's, have some chick take her to your place to fuck her or whatever the case may be? That's just odd. Like, unless you were DTF to begin with, is what it was, dude. That's a different story altogether. And then I would say number 8, like any fast food chain, like seriously, bro, like fuck you, hoes. Like you ain't shit, man. You're not fucking $200, $300 fucking meals and shit like that at that point. Fuck off. But that's what they want, dude. That's what almost all these fucking that's what chicks like this want, honestly, dude. They think they're all fucking special. They think they're worth like $200, $300 fucking meals is what it is on the first date and stuff like that. And then they wonder why the guy never calls their ass back, doesn't get the fuck out of the car is what it is, dude. So. And yet, meanwhile, they've had like 57 guys plow through their fucking pussy in the last like 10 months or something of their life is what it is there. And then they wonder why dudes are fucking, you know, over the shit, dude, and dating entirely is what it is there. So. Let's go ahead and read some of the comments on this one, actually, because this is getting kind of funny right now on this whole thing, dude. So you had one of the guys say, Costco not on the list, cool. This got one by Chain said the only place they should be taken is back to where they came from. Damn right. Let's see. This person here said, first time meeting someone and they make it difficult, not worth it. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, right? Like, these women act like, oh, I'm the most special thing ever and all this other bullshit. And it's like, you're fucking average at best, lady. Like, you're fucking average. Humble yourself. No, you're not fucking God's gift. You don't have the fucking magical pussy that grants fucking wishes, etc., etc. there. I gotta fucking take that out later and make that an actual YouTube short. But no, seriously, it's like, yeah, when I shove my cock into you, you're not gonna fucking randomly have a genie pop out of your snatch and fucking grant me 3 wishes or whatever the case be, man. So like, stop acting like you're all that in a fucking bag of chips and a can of Coke on top of that, man. But no, that's the problem. It's they think they're fucking hot shit is what it is, dude. Instead of actually humbling themselves into a good relationship with a decent guy is what it is. And it's the same thing with all of them, dude, at the end of the day. You have so many of these women who have such entitlement fucking problems right now in this country. And then they wonder why they're single, hit the wall at like 30, 35, 40, whatever it is there, dude. And then they've gone downhill because nobody wants them because they're fucking, not childbearing ages anymore is what it is there. And they have very little eggs, if any, left for that matter, because they're all going to menopause early and stuff like that from chemicals in the fucking water and shit like that. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous is what it is, dude. Or in the same vein of things, they'll sit there and ride the cock carousel, find a guy to be with or whatever the case be, and he thinks they're a monogamous relationship, whatever the case be, and then meanwhile, she's got fucking 18 guys on speed dial to fuck her on the side is what it is when he's out of town or whatever the case be. Like, it's just ridiculous, dude, entirely. Or in the same vein of things, you have some of these chicks come out of work now is what I've heard recently from various places like whatever podcasts, etc. there, where you'll have, one or two of, they'll have like 10 different guys in their lives is what it is or whatever. And it's like, oh, you got this guy over here paying some bills like car insurance or rent or whatever it is. And then meanwhile, you got this guy over here who's just on the hook to buy her fucking groceries every week or every month or whatever it is there. And then there's like 2 other guys who she's just blowing. You got another 1 or 2 guys who she's letting fuck her is basically what it is. And then you got like the last guy in the mix, whatever the case be, is the fucking boyfriend who's not getting anything is what it is, dude. And it's just like, and then people wonder why so many fucking guys, myself included, are single at the age of like, late 30s, early 40s almost is what it is now. And it's because we won't put up with the fucking trash, dude, is what it is. Like, I would personally love to find a woman right now that would be of decent childbearing age, whether that be, she's 10, 15 years younger than I am for that matter. So she'd be like, late 20s, mid 20s even for that matter. Be cool with the older guy. Be down for having some kids. Hopefully be intact still. You guys know what I mean by that one. Hasn't been driven through it and all stuff like that's what it is there. Because that's the thing, people back in the day used to save themselves for marriage, dude. That's how I was raised as a kid. Don't have sex before marriage. But now it's basically you have all these fucking chicks, all these fucking dudes, etc., just giving it away to anybody, man, is what it is. And then you wonder why the commitment is dead. You wonder why the fucking relationship and marriage rates have gone down like crazy. You wonder why faithfulness in this country has gone down like crazy. You wonder why demonic evil has taken over. You wonder why you got this slippery slope shit of these motherfuckers trying to transition your children from one sex to another in the school systems now. It's like it all coalesces into the same fucking shit, dude. And it's all back to cultural Marxism. It's all back to third wave feminazism, etc. Back from the 1970s and stuff like that. It's all the slippery slope of the Marxist takeover is what it is. So, anyway. Let's go ahead and read some more of these comments in this comment section, then, and see what some other people have to say. And then we'll finish off with that. I think is what it'll be in about 4 or 5 minutes then. This Kentucky person said, I ain't dropping money on them until I know they are for real. So if you don't like Olive Garden, you can get the fuck away from me. I like that one. The thing is, too, it's not even like shit like that's that cheap anymore, dude. It's like, we're talking about $25, $30 a meal at these places anymore per person, dude. So anyway, let's see. You got this Drew guy saying, That list will quickly become what are the best cats to own. That's kind of messed up, man. Somebody else just said the curb. Probably meaning the curb, but that was what it would be then. Let's see. Somebody else said, add this list to my list of things I don't give a fuck about. Somebody else just said glory hole swingers party. Not being on that list. That would be kind of fucked up, actually. I can totally imagine like this fucking chick getting to some dude's car and her being like, "Where are you going to take me?" He's like, "Oh, I got someplace special for you, girl." And it's like he literally just takes her like a roadside fucking bathroom, whatever the case be. There's a fucking glory hole in it and shit. Or it's like like a short drive someplace else, whatever the case be, and he's like, "Oh, I got someplace special for you, girl." And they walk in, it's like some fucking key party for swingers and shit like that or something, dude. Like that one episode of that 70s show back in the day. Which was a thing that used to happen back in the 70s, by the way, which I thought was interesting. They used to call them key parties, and it was a swingers party back then. It was just wife swapping, etc. there. So, but yeah, I can totally see that shit, though. Which is funny. See, this person here said, what women, everything on this list is more than acceptable. 22 long drives to anywhere and nowhere, better than anything. Oh, she's saying she's 22 then. Yeah, that's true. Like, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like honestly, like, you know, sometimes a summer drive is just that, man. It's a better thing for that matter, you know. Go out there and fucking have, you know, hell, you could go, you know, have a convertible, whatever the case be, put the fucking top down, you know, like mid-evening, summer evening, whatever it is there. You know, sunset going down or whatever the case be, or, you know, maybe even middle of the day and you like drive someplace and just view the fucking sunset then, you know, beautiful sunset. Then maybe stop to get something to eat after the fact, or whatever the case be then. So, yeah, like that'd be a great date, honestly, dude. Like, to me, that's like pure romance right there, honestly. And to have these chicks be like, oh, no, that's not acceptable, dude. Well, then, fuck you then, I guess. You're not acceptable as a fucking potential mate for that matter, then, is what it is. But anyway. Let's see. This person here said a man should take her to wherever the hell he decides. She is lucky. She is the lucky one getting a free meal. Well, see, and that's the big thing, though, right? Like, and that's what so many of these people want is what it is, dude. They want a fucking free meal, but it seems like nowadays they don't only want a free meal. They want, like, the best free meal they can possibly get. They know they can never afford themselves what it is there, so they'll sit there and force some dude to take them to a big-ass fancy restaurant where you have, like, $200, $300 a fucking plate meals is what it is there, dude. And it's like, first of all, if I'm spending $200 to $300 a fucking plate on somebody, dude, that's going to be my wife for like a 10th anniversary or something like that, dude. It's not going to be some fucking bitch on a first date, for God's sakes. You know, that's a fucking long-term commitment kind of fucking meal right there, dude. And even then, at that point, you know, 10 years on, and us having a couple of kids, etc. there, she might be like, nah, man, we need to save this money to pay some bills, etc. You know, just take me to our favorite spot. At that point, it might just be some hole-in-the-wall fucking burger joint or something like that, dude. Or some mom-and-pop fucking, you know, little bar or something like that is what it is. It has like a good burger or has a good, you know, a hot dog or a sausage or whatever it is there, or whatever the case be, you know, like some brats or something like that. Or something else for that matter. Maybe they make a really good pizza, etc. there. It's like that time my brother took me to Fake Planks. So, you know, I'm going to tell that story actually real quick before we go. So basically in Columbus, Ohio, there's a place called Planks. It's a pizza joint. And there's another place called Planks that's basically a bar that actually serves really good pizza is what it is as well, that nobody really knows about. And he had gone to this, the original Planks is what it was there. And he was trying to find it one time for us. And then took us to this place he thought was the place, and it turns out that wasn't the place at all. And it's what we now call Fake Planks is what it is, which we went in the back door of it, obviously, because it has like two entrances. The first entrance in the bar is what it is there, and then you got the back entrance, which goes into the back room. and then through the back room goes into the actual seating area behind the bars that is there. And so yeah, we went in that way is what it was, and then had some pizza there is what it is. It was pretty greasy, honestly, but like it was really really good, man. Like for what it was one of the better pizzas I ever had at a place like that, dude. And then we kept going there when I was living down there about 12, 13 years ago now. And yeah, it was a good place to eat, actually. It was in the German Village area, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's still there or not, but like it was at the time, obviously. And it was, like I said, pretty decent place to go. There's what it is, dude. So. Anyway. But going back, reading a couple more of these comments before we leave tonight. We got this guy here saying, being in a small town, we don't have 74% of these places. Expectations create resentment. Exactly, dude. And that's the thing. That's what it really is, honestly. It's them expecting like the most of everything right there. And it's like, nah, bitch, you're going to fucking settle for what the fuck I take you to is what it is there. If I take you anywhere for that matter. So, if this isn't just some hookup from fucking Tinder or whatever the case be, then. The one thing I will give on that one though, and that's like the lower ones on there, was like Waffle House. Like, who the fuck? Like, unless you're taking somebody to breakfast and after you fuck them, why are you going to a Waffle House for dinner, dude? Like, seriously. I've been to a Waffle House, I think like 3 times, maybe 4 times in my life, and it was always for like a breakfast lunch time period. And what did we get there? We got fucking waffles. Some really shitty bacon, by the way, which is not good at those fucking places, from what I figured out. I think the sausages are okay is what it is there, but like, yeah, the bacon is like very crappy is what it is. It's just like, it's too, well, first of all, they cook it way too long, so it's way too crumbly is what it is. It's also not a good quality bacon is what it is at all, for that matter. But yeah, the waffles they have there are actually decent depending on which waffle maker the cookman is what it is. They have like 4 of them there is what it is, though. And the one that I went to the one time, they had a really crispy waffle come out, and the one that I really, really liked a lot. And I was expecting the same from the rest of them as what it was. So I got a second one there. And unfortunately, I did a different one next to it as what it was there. And that one was not as good at all for that matter, because it was like barely cooked at all for that matter. And I'm just like, yeah, this one's nasty. And the other one was like so fucking good, dude, because it was like pure crispness is what it was there. So I need to buy a Belgian waffle maker one of these days and start making waffles myself, man. Become that kid from Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead is what it is there. So, yeah, get my chefness on is what it is there or whatever. So, I think we're gonna read this one and leave it off with this one actually right here, which is this TJ guy saying, "I've been to multiple $100 a plate buffets. That's insane, by the way. And some club buffets that are so exclusive. I was sharing with actual 1%ers, but sure, no China Star buffets. But I will die on this hill. Bowling makes a great date. Involve food and beverages too, though." And that's the thing too, right? Like that's the big thing when I was talking about with that whole thing, like earlier on. Like, I would totally take a chick bowling for a first date is what it is, dude. But again, I'm not going to be a fucking super cheapskate either for that matter. I would actually have, something where it's, we'll get some nachos or fucking, whatever they have there, slice of pizza, whatever it is there, whatever the case be. And then, obviously, if you would want like, a Coke or a Pepsi or whatever they have on tap is what it is there for drinks, etc. No alcoholic drinks is what it is though. I'm not paying for that shit is what it is, dude, because fuck that noise. If we're gonna do a nightcap thing, whatever the case, we're gonna go back to my place and doing that shit is what it is though, man. So, but yeah, no, for real though. Yeah, like bowling could be an awesome day is what it is though, man, for real. Like, and that's the thing. Most people don't go bowling that often is what it is, dude, if ever. So it's like, why not take them to that date, Hell, I haven't been bowling in years myself for that matter, honestly, dude. So it's like, yeah, why wouldn't I want to take you someplace where I would like to go to is what it is as well for that matter, And that way we have a good time and just have fun is what it is. And then, maybe one thing leads to another and we end up back at my place or your place for that matter. Who the fuck knows, So, and who's to say that first date doesn't turn to a second date and then a third and then, eventually 6 months, a year from then, you're moving in together for that matter. and you're eventually getting married down the line is what it is then. So, yeah, you know, and that's the problem. It's these certain class of females, what I'll call them at this point, honestly, dude, that expect everything, but aren't willing to give up anything, is what it is. Like, they expect the stars, the moon, and the sun, but won't even give you a fucking peck on the cheek for that matter. So, yeah, it's just fucking dumb entirely, dude. And again, that's why so many guys are going MGTOW these days, which I don't 100% agree with that movement is what it is, but I can understand from the perspective of why they would go down that route is what it is there. And it basically has to do with the fact that you're just fucking over it with these females, what it is, dude. And you're just like, yeah, you know, I've had enough of these fucking chicks. Like, why give them the time of day at all when I could easily just be spending my time, you know, doing better things with my money and my life, etc. There's what it is then. So, now granted, it seems like in a lot of cases, those kind of guys, at least the older set of guys there and whatever, have already had kids, have had their, you know, lives basically ruined by some chick in a marriage, or whatever the case be there is. You know, people like the Hammerhand guy and stuff like that's what it is there. And I totally get it from that perspective of things, dude, where you're fucking over the entire thing. But that being said, there are so many of these younger guys out there that are, you know, 18, 19, 20, 24 that have barely had any kind of fucking experience at all dating for that matter. And they're already being celibate and shit like that there. It's fucking dumb, dude. Because all you're doing is taking possibly better genes out of the fucking gene pool entirely and letting just the fucking scum of the earth repopulate is what it is there, dude. So, yeah, anyway. That being said, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Fuck those climate terrorists. Hopefully they get the fucking book thrown at them by this nation. I would love to see permanent exile of these fuckers, dude, if not being brought up behind treason charges myself personally, but who's to say what will happen? They'll probably get a slap on the wrist, I'm sure, honestly, dude, given its fucking DC court system and stuff like that is what it is there. So, I don't know. That being said, though, the fact they are, like, two white leftist dudes, like, it kind of makes me kind of wonder on that one. It's like, maybe they will factor that into the situation there of them being, you know, racial and stuff like that. And it might just be them getting the book thrown out just because of racism and stuff like that would be. So, who the fuck knows, dude? Actually, that's a... I gotta go back to that thing one more time here. This one guy in the comment section there said most of these women deserve a cheap motel room and hourly rate. That's kind of messed up, man. It's kind of messed up. I mean, he's not wrong, honestly. And it does go back to that whole thing of like, yeah, they're just a bunch of fucking, you know, basically hoes is what it is or whatever there. That being said, though, it is kind of fucked up saying that about it, man, because, like, yeah. I don't know, man. Oh, actually, this guy wrote up a good one here. It said not seeing the gun range on that list. That is another one, too, for that matter. You know, and like, and that's the thing, right? But the thing about a gun range is, though, unless you're taking your own guns to the gun range for them to shoot and stuff like that, dude, you would have to find a gun range that actually rents out is what it is there, man. And unfortunately for me, where I'm at right now, I don't know of any around this area that do that, honestly. I think it's all just you take your own stuff and shoot it there is what it is there. So, in fact, the only gun range I know for a fact that actually has, like, rentals is what it is. Again, it's someplace down in Columbus area there because my brother went there one time to shoot with my nephew is what it is there. So... Somebody else made a joke here and said, don't see Motel 6 on this list. Yeah. Well, I mean, I get, like, truthfully on that one, though, I would think your house kind of covers the Motel 6 thing as well, dude. Because it's the same difference as what it is. Like, they're not gonna take them someplace to get fucked, basically, is what it is there. And this Paul guy said these are the kind of women that are better off single. In many cases, yes. So... Yeah, somebody else said take them back to their mothers. They screwed up, need to try again. Well, I mean, some cases it's not that particularly. It's the fact that they had no mother figure at all in their life for that matter, dude, whether it be their actual biological mother or anything else for that matter. And that's the problem with a lot of these kids now, is what it is, especially from, the chick that was being shown in that photo is what it is there. It's like that kind of, racial background and stuff like that. You have them basically running the streets at the age of like 10 or less. And then you wonder why they have, serious father issues. You wonder why they have serious commitment issues, have serious abandonment issues, etc. there. And it's like, it's all psychological from shitty fucking parenting is what it is there, dude. Or no parenting at all for that matter. So, yeah, it's just messed up in general. But anyway, I will agree, going back to this one more time before we finish off today, with what this Tommy guy at the bottom said here. It said, first dates, drinks, coffee, or ice cream. Only simps spend money on a whole dinner. Yeah, exactly. And that's truth for that matter, dude. Like, and the thing is, I could, like, that's, like, right, I could see, like, any of those things, or even, like I said, like, going to, like, sort of a fast food place, depending on which one it is, obviously, because some of these now, dude, like, shit, man. You pay as much at a fast food place as you pay as a fucking sit-down restaurant, for God's sakes, anymore, it seems like. So, yeah, honestly, like, I would go with more, like, ice cream or something like that, dude. Like, yeah, like, take that bitch to a Dairy Queen and get her a fucking Blizzard or something like that, dude. Kind of thing. And then we just hang out in the fucking car and just bullshit for a little bit or whatever the case be. So, nothing else, eat the Blizzards and then fuck in the car for that matter, Works for me. I'm just saying, man. I know what I said earlier, I'm just making a joke obviously on that one, but not seriously though. Like, nah, like you could do anything but is what it is there, man, too, for that matter, just fooling around basically and just not having sex as it would be then. And that's the problem people don't realize in many cases. It's like, yeah, you can actually just hang out and be, just hang out and have a decent fucking conversation with somebody without actually involving like sexual relations what it is there. So I think that's the problem with too many. They're like, they go towards the sex thing of it is because again, and I think a lot of cases it goes back to Hollywood itself is what it is there, because even when you look at Hollywood for that matter, whenever they show like relationships with people and stuff like that, dude, like what are almost all of them always based on? It's like some kind of sexual relationship that is there, It's like you never show a male and a female character. They're just, strangers to each other that become like friends of each other, whatever the case be. You never actually show them going from a friendship to a relationship kind of thing there in any of these fucking shows or anything like that. It's always, oh, we have a dude and a chick. How do we get them to get together? Oh, just have them fuck is what it is. And that's basically the core of the relationship is what it is there, man. And then maybe some actual connection comes in after the fact. But in many cases, it's just that. It's just them fucking hooking up is what it is there, man. And then it adds more to what I've been talking about this whole time, which is the whole hookup culture thing being a fucking problem in this country is what it is. So, yeah. And that's the big thing with people, like NEA, et cetera, that have been married for, 15, 20 years of his life is what it is right now. Like, they don't know what it's like to be out here as a single guy trying to date, dude. It's fucking horrible. I mean, shit, I looked it up recently, dude. After mom's passing here recently, I was looking into it, obviously, in the last couple weeks here and stuff. Like, dude, it's fucking, I swear to God, like, it's either you have, like, maybe one or two apps out there that aren't fucking paid for, that you don't pay money for. Almost everything else has to be, like, some kind of paid subscription bullshit is what it is, dude. Like, $10 here, $20 there, whatever it is, dude. And it's like, bro, like, I'm not going to pay this fucking site to find love, bro. I'm just not. Like, no, if I want to find somebody, like, I'm going to fucking, just go out and fucking bullshit or whatever the case. But I'm going to go to some fucking friends I know that may have like single female friends or whatever the case be and be like, hey, you got anybody that's, available? And they'd be like, oh yeah, here's this girl I know, whatever the case be. And maybe that's how I meet somebody is what it is, And I think that's the problem right now is like too many people rely on whether it be dating apps or hookup apps, whatever the case be, to find somebody or anything else for that matter, or the bar scene or whatever it is there, dude, when in reality, they should just be looking at fucking friends and friends of friends, etc. there, dude. So, and you could easily have some good relationship there to be then. And the thing of it is, like, you know, I've heard a lot of guys over the years, especially the MGTOW crowd of guys is what it is, talk a lot of shit on the single mother things there, dude. And the thing is, it's like, you know, just because some chick is a single mother, and by the way, she could easily be a fucking widow at a young age is what it is there, dude. Hell, I know there was a guy I went to high school with, actually, who passed away in the last couple of years here and left behind a wife and 3 kids is what it is. And he ended up dying of a brain tumor in his head is what it was there. And yet they're gonna sit there and treat her like shit, even though the love of her life died on her is what it was, dude, from some fucked up brain issues. And it's like, if she ever found love again, like, bro, like, she shouldn't be off the fucking market at all, dude. Now, am I saying she should be dating like right now? Probably not. It should be down the road a little bit when the kids are a little bit older and stuff like that. But even still, like, that's if even she wants to date again for that matter is what it is there, dude. But like, that's what I'm saying though, right? Like, that doesn't mean that you can't find love again, you know? And to sit there and like sort of cast her aside as a quote unquote single mother when she's a fucking widow and stuff is fucked up, bro. So, or in that same way of things, I've had several girls I went to high school with actually back in the day who are now single mothers. And in many cases, it's not even them. It's the fucking guy that they were with or whatever the case be. A lot of times dipped on them is what it was there. Because they weren't man enough to actually take care of their fucking kids is what it is there, dude. So, yeah, why wouldn't I, you know, step into that role as like stepfather and shit, dude? Potentially. And I've thought about that in the past, obviously. Especially the one girl I was talking to in high school back in the day that I actually was going to fire something up with many, many years back, a couple of decades ago. And it just never got to that point is what it was there, man. But she was definitely, I feel like she was a missed opportunity right now. And the fact that I know she's currently single, but yet she has a child who's in elementary school there. And I'm kind of like, you know, do I go that route though still? You know, do I pursue that right now? Or do I just let it go right now and try to find somebody else is what it is there? So, I don't know. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's hard to say anymore. But, yeah, I think there's definitely a time and a place for everything. And it all depends, man. The only good thing about being single, obviously, right now, is that you don't have to rely on having to deal with, you know, the possibility of, you know, family being a burden of you in any kind of like collapse scenario or any kind of, you know, grid down kind of thing or any kind of revolution or civil war, whatever the case be. But at the same time, not having that family unit to rely upon can fuck with your mental stability a little bit is what it is there. And, you know, being more of that lone wolf mentality is not a good thing either for that matter, because you're going to need a group eventually is what it's going to be. And if you're just some solo person or like some, you know, maybe like 2-person crew, whatever the case be, like that's not going to work out long term. Like you're going to need like a larger group is what it's going to be to survive longer, you know? And I think honestly, in many cases, depending on how things go down in this country in the next 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it is there for the election cycle, you're going to see a lot of crazy shit happen. And I think, honestly, if it does go like I think it's going to go, and it could be potentially a years-long civil war in this country, I think you're going to see a lot of weird bedfellows, for that matter, of people you wouldn't expect to be in bed together, honestly. But because you're both trying to survive and you're just fucking over it all is what it is, dude. And you just want to fucking have, you know, a dopamine kick of some kind, and that dopamine kick just happens to be, you know, a sexual release is what it is, then I could easily see some hardcore right-wing dude or some hardcore right-wing chick, for that matter, being in bed with some fucking leftist person, for that matter. So, you know, because maybe they're not, you know, either one of those political sides anymore. Maybe they're just some weird, like, middle ground person or whatever now is what it is. So, But yeah, it'll be interesting to see either way. And like I said, I think, unfortunately, a lot of what our current problems are in this country all have to do with government-related shit is what it is, whether it be education, indoctrination, education system, etc. there. The mainstream media specifically is a big fucking deal. It's a huge fucking problem. And so forth and so on. And I think only time will tell how this country succeeds or falls or fails based on all that right now. So, yeah. Needless to say, though, that's pretty much what for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully, like I said, they charge those climate terrorist pieces of shit for what they need to be charged with, which is high treason in this country. And a whole bunch of other fucking federal felonies. I would honestly say that I'm sure that they'll probably try to charge them with something when it comes to relating to destruction of historical documents or something, be my guess, honestly, on that one. Should be another charge, honestly, and that should carry pretty much a death penalty sentence for that matter, too, for that matter, honestly. Because how the fuck are you going to have them try to destroy the actual founding documents of this country and still be able to live after that is basically what it is, dude. Like, that is some fucking legit, like, Nazi spy shit coming over here and trying to destroy stuff, dude. Like, nah, bro, you should not be on this earth after that is what it is, period in the story. So, anyway. But, yeah, that being said, we'll be back probably tomorrow, hopefully, as long as I still have a channel after this fucking stream is what it is. But, yeah, as long as this stream doesn't get nuked and, we don't get striked or whatever the case be, we'll be back tomorrow, though, for sure, for Buckshot Thursday. We'll talk about 2 air-related stuff. We'll obviously talk about a little bit more into this whole thing if there's any information update to the these assholes trying to destroy the U.S. Constitution. And hopefully Corey will join us then if that be the case. And then we'll be back, obviously, for Freedom Friday, too, for that matter, where we'll talk about who the fuck knows at this point. Maybe an update to the whole gangland shooting at the Kansas City parade is what it is there. So, anyway. But possibly talk about what happened at the mega church the other day, too, for that matter. But, because we're still having conflicting reports of that whole thing, is what it is. And, I kind of talked about that a little bit here and there, I think is what it is. And we talked about the Honda stream last night before it got nuked, obviously, which is basically you have, the one report that NEA was referring to, which is basically the person that was the shooter, her mother-in-law or ex-mother-in-law being like, oh no, they weren't trans or anything else like that kind of thing. But yet, meanwhile, like every other fucking report is like, no, this person was 100% trans. They were this fucking acting like this dude, etc. there. So it's hard to know what to believe anymore, dude. And again, it could just be, it might be that one report that was saying they weren't is obviously the real issue, real fucking deal is what it is there. The actual legit evidence. But then that's just being buried by everything else because everybody's just pushing the whole, like, oh my God, another trans kind of thing is what it is there. Because again, unfortunately, the tribalistic nature of our society usually goes to that whole thing, dude. It's like, oh, you got one person stirring the pot kind of thing, and then fucking 20 other people join in with their own fucking spoons and start stirring the s'mores, what it is there, man. So, who knows? It's hard to say, man. But, like, either way, it's a terrible situation, and thankfully it was dealt with accordingly. If nothing else, what we need to talk about with that situation is really the gun-free zones that exist in this country still since the 1990s. And why the Gun-Free School Zones Act 1990, 34 years later, needs to be finally fucking tossed out the window and repealed entirely is what it is then. And it's as simple as that, really. So, anyway. Have a good one, y'all. Stay strapped. Always be carrying. Never know what's going to happen. Make sure you have multiple extra magazines on you at all time because you never, ever, ever know if you're going to need them, especially in this coming climate we have going on right now in this country. And yeah, make sure that you are always hyper aware and hyper vigilant in the situation and have the situational awareness of everything that's around you at the time as a possible threat to your safety and your family's safety, because you never know if something's going to happen, and you should always be prepared to stop any kind of threat to you and yours, no matter what. End of story. Have a good one, y'all. Later.